I'm not too sure maybe we have the boldness to be able to do that, but I think it should be possible.
Yeah. Is it a question of boldness or a question of a common agenda that we could share with these other countries?
Yes, ideally, it should be a common agenda. If you look at the non-aligned movement like that, it was formed based on what the old, if you look at the Cold War period was for the West as well as for the East. So those who were more aligned towards those kind of ideologies then had it. So maybe we can look at a certain new order of those who fall below the advanced developing countries. So in between the middle income, lower middle income countries, and then those that are least developed.
Where do you put Ghana? Where do you put Ghana?
Oh, I think I consider us to be between the lower middle income and then the third world countries, so to speak, the least developed. And I think that if you take Ghana, Rwanda, those that tend to have a lot of, what do we call, a lot of future by way of the pattern of development. And rightly so, we are there, even though we should have been more upward or advanced. I think we can do a lot of that. And we have to be proud for what we have achieved by way of the peace and security we've been able to put together and then maintain over the last... I have to say from 19, a couple of years now since.
You see, you asked the question about whether we have a common agenda or whether we should have a common agenda in order to form some of these groups. And I think that the major complaints for a lot of African countries, we might have a common agenda, but for some reason we can't seem to be united. And so even when we liaise with some of these foreign countries, one person will go behind and try and, you know, secure a deal with that person just to pull the other African countries down. And that's why we are where we are today, because we have all the resources. Ideally, we should not even be liaising with some of these foreign countries, but we can't seem to be united.
On entertainment front, there's already a conversation about whether Nigerians are willing for us. I think we can do a big conversation on this.
But, you know, ultimately, I think that if you look at it critically, ultimately, we are able to somehow agree as Africans on the things that we need and the things we need to align with or on, as opposed to dealing with other countries outside of the continent. The real problem is when it's just Africans dealing with Africans. That's where we don't see the unity, and then we see this person has an agenda to pull this other country down and so on. But
it's tough.
It's not easy to travel to another African country, for example.
It's so difficult.
Even going to Togo.
South Africa.
It's so difficult.
South Africa. I recently dealt with a group of people who were going to South Africa, and I found that to go to South Africa now, the list of things that you need, in fact, you know, normally they'd ask for your proof of income and stuff like that. But now if you're traveling with your spouse or your child and so on, you have to provide so much for them as well as you, even if they're your dependents. And I thought, well, it's one African country to another. It should be so much easier, but well, here we are.
Yeah.
All right, let's take you through what we have for the morning. So for this morning's segment, we'll be talking about Nam1 and how he had the audacity to be saying that he intended, if you pay 650, for which we have some other individuals who already have paid, so that then you can recoup the money, or you could be paid back what he owed. And I know we've already seen the screenshots of individuals who paid the 650, and they were told that up to 2025 they'll be paid their monies. And he did an engagement to Sarah and me here on Twitter Spaces yesterday, and I had a sneak peek, listen to the content, and it was quite interesting, trying to absolve himself of any blame as an individual, which is right, of course. There's always a corporate view when it comes to companies and corporation, etc. But you know. And so we'll be putting him up for discussion. So we're talking about Nam1 and Menzgold, and for many of us who are victims, what do we have to say? So that's the content for this morning's segment. And then, of course, we'll have Johnny's Bites, and we will take a look at big issues this morning. And today, the Bank of Ghana has been responding to its losses and then the controversy over the changing amount from inception when they wanted to have a new Bank of Ghana headquarters, and what the current figures that are being quoted are and why rightly so they should be. If you listen to the Bank of Ghana governor, he says that The idea and this project started 3 years ago. If I remember, 3 years ago, we're in COVID. We were broke as a country. I mean, not the bank, but... And then we'll look at NAM1 as well, and it looks like his public engagement are angering people. So we'll try and have some conversation on the subject. And then we also have a big conversation on many other related issues. And now we're talking about TikTok today.
Yes, we are. Are you on TikTok?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
I haven't posted, I think I posted once, I'm not too sure. But I use the account to watch.
Funny videos?
No, just to see what's trending, etc.
Okay.
I think there's a controversy about why we tend to see only dance videos and comics.
Because dance videos are interesting and they're easy to produce. However, there's some very there's some very deep content on TikTok as well. It really depends on what you're looking at. When it started off, we were in the middle of COVID. People were stressed. People were looking for contents to help them relax and laugh and just forget about the difficulty that the world was going through. But now I find that there are accounts, there are news accounts, for example. There are a lot of religious accounts on TikTok. There are accounts for guidance and counseling. In fact, I recently watched an account that gave advice on international relations, and I thought, wow, you would have thought that TikTok was mainly for entertainment. But now there are concerns about security risks associated with being on TikTok. There are concerns about you exposing your data on your cell phone to whoever controls TikTok. And people have asked why we are concerned about TikTok and not about Instagram and Facebook and others. And whether it's because of the country of origin, who's created TikTok, or there are genuine concerns there. Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. We know that there's also a conversation where Zhang Yiming, the owner of TikTok, appeared before a Senate committee. And the controversy is that just in case you don't input anything, if you open TikTok, the algorithm is structured in such a way outside China, it gives you things that don't improve your intellect. In China,
it's all about the educational materials.
The algorithm. Coding,
learning how to robotics and stuff.
some of those things. And we do dance videos and we do comics, we dress up, we do transitional makeup
dance
from
videos,
male to female, female to male, and it doesn't teach us anything. I mean, that's the main controversy. We'll see how that goes.
has banned TikTok, by the way. We'll get into that when we come back, because they're speaking about terrorists and how a lot of them are using TikTok to channel, their messages and all the activities. So we'll get into that conversation later. It's something you should not miss. So this is going to be an interesting show. We want you to stick and stay with us. The hashtag is TV3 New Day. We'll be right back.
I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker. I want you. I wanna say yes, I can't resist. I want you. Ooh, I want you, Alpha Cracker. I want you so bad, Alpha Cracker.
Alpha goodness rich in milk and butter. In Alpha Cracker. Yummy and deliciously crunchy.
But I can't resist you.
Alpha Crackers. Simply irresistible.
This advert is FDA approved.
You are a major stakeholder in nation building. Your voice matters. Start your day with us.
We simplify the conversations, break down the jargons and technicalities. We keep you well informed throughout the week. Start your day with us.
We give the leaders the mandate to govern our affairs. We have a responsibility to hold them to account. It begins here. Start your day with us. Good morning, Ghana, Africa, and the rest of the wonderful world. Welcome to Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Start your day well informed. Start with us on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. Catch the Sunrise Morning Show with me, Johnny Hughes, Helena Piambofo, and William Asiedu. Weekdays from 5:55 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on 3FM 92.7. Your urban lifestyle radio.
What do you do with some cool $2,000? Okay. Here to Win game show is exactly what you need. It's the only game show where you are already rich before you begin to play. Every week, 2 lucky people stand the chance of winning money. All you have to do is go through some quizzes and fun games. Somebody from Peru is called Perusian. Whatever you say, you have to be proud because your family people are watching you. Somebody from Madagascar is called Malagasy. Correct!
Okay, let's go.
It's you that will tell me let's go. You are not even winning.
Okay. Hold the stand and jump to fasting.
Amazing.
Jump go.
Ayikwe Ama. Be proud. Okay. First of all, is Ayikwe supposed to be a man or a woman? Put it on your forehead. Ayikwe. Be a part of this game show right here on TV3 and take home some cash. Oh my God! Come join us on Here to Win game show where you win it all. Hey, yo, mama! Hey, mama! Hey, yo, mama! Hey, mama! Here to Win!
Here to Win shows Saturdays at 8 p.m. on TV3. Brought to you by Kill It Insecticide Spray.
The age-old rivalry that senior high schools engage in is still present within alumni. The battle for bragging rights to a particular endeavor remains even after school. If your school can cook, it means your school is here. If your school can boast of good culinary masterminds, this right here is the perfect platform to showcase that skill set. Alumni have met and they have chosen representatives to take up the task of preparing extraordinary dishes to bring victory to their respective schools.
Tell me what you're cooking.
Week in, week out, these schools will mount these workstations in a bid to buy your nutritional affinity to them. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your taste buds and fasten your aprons. These culinary experts are set to battle for the enviable crown of being tagged Lords of the Kitchen. This is Kitchen Wars Season 2.
Kitchen Wars Season 2, Sundays at 5 p.m. on TV3. Don't miss it.
Sponsored by Gino Tomato Mix.
And Napa Foods. Say Napa. Enye ono soko.
PGL.
You're welcome back, and it's time now for This Morning. On the 8th of August, which is a couple of weeks ago, there was a statement that was released by Menzgold Ghana Company Limited, where they said that they were introducing the Menzgold Digital Verification Access Card process. And this was designed to allow customers to verify transactions and validate their claims. Reason was that they said Menzgold had completed a validation of transaction supporting documents submitted by customers for vetting. However, it revealed that more than 60% of the claims contained infractions that invalidated them. And so these cards were to be available for purchase at 650 Ghana cedis each from authorized payboy agents. For some reason, on Sunday, he backtracked on this after facing some strong backlash from customers and from the public. And so that has also generated a lot of conversation. I want to find out from you this morning what you make of this matter and how they intend to repay some customers who unfortunately lost some money. And so please call us. Let us hear from you. Let's understand exactly where you stand on this matter and what you think should be done. For me, like I was saying earlier, I don't understand why, you know, maybe for a sec or whoever, I don't understand why they've allowed this to continue up until this point. A lot of people have lost money. Now you're telling me that because of some infractions, if my 500,000 Ghana cedis is with you, I should pay another 650 Ghana cedis. Now he's not collecting that anymore. But imagine if I had paid that 2 weeks ago just to get my 500,000
Some people have paid
back.
Yes. People have paid.
How does this even work in the first place?
I was reading a comment on Twitter when this started. There was this young man making an analogy. He said, so if Menzgold has about 10,000 customers and each of them pays 650 Ghana cedis, that's 6.5 million Ghana cedis. If half of them are able to go through the verification process and the half are unable to, he can use the money that he's collected from the 10,000 people, the 6.5 million, to pay off the first half whose verification process have gone through. So when you think about this, really, the question is, why is NAM1 still able to collect money from Ghanaians? Why did people pay? Because after that short announcement, before he went back on his decision on Sunday, there were people sending around screenshots of their payment. And I was shocked to see. But, you know, people are desperate. People, you know, the desperate man will clench at, the drowning man will clench at the straw. People are desperate. Somehow he's able to get them to believe that this 650 Ghana cedis will actually help them get their money back.
Then we have a problem.
You see, we're different. We're all different, Bella. Sometimes some people are desperate. They'll do anything. It's easy to convince a desperate person and give them hope. So while I see this as a regulatory issue, it's shocking that people will still pay, but I can't say that I don't understand. Desperate people will do pretty much anything. It's good that he stepped back on this decision to collect this 650 Ghana cedis, though. We have a caller on the line. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, sir. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
This is Shani from Wali Wali.
You're welcome to the show. What are your thoughts on this NAM1 issue?
Yes, my thoughts are that it seems this man, I don't want to blame him because it seems he has the backing of the government. That's why he's doing this. Other than that, this man would have been in jail now. But since he's allowed to be walking on the street, I mean, without any punitive measure being taken against him, I mean, for the alleged fraud, it's not even alleged, for the fraud that he committed, I mean, on these people, the people of Ghana. And today, nothing has been heard. He came out with a roadmap to pay the people their money. It's about 4 or 5 years now. He hasn't done that. And he's coming out again with a new plan to defraud the people. So I don't blame him. I blame the Attorney General, in fact, who seem to be, I mean, majoring in minors. He's prosecuting people on a daily basis for alleged, I mean, lesser offenses. Meanwhile, people who have duped the people of this country, he allowed them. So it's not the best at all. He has to be put in jail. If he were put in jail, by now we wouldn't be having heard anything of him. The reason why I'm saying I'm not blaming him, this is the man who was decorated by our own president. The president praised him for engaging in legal businesses, okay? And he decorated the man. So, and this is the same government that we expect to prosecute him. I don't think it will happen in this country. And this government, and for that matter, the government, successive government must know that when we go there, we don't expect them to be prosecuting people. We want them to prosecute. Because if you don't want to prosecute your own people who are with you, but people who are outside your government, when they commit lesser minors, you want to, prosecute them. It's not the best. So what is the action being done with this man? That is what we are expecting from them. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the call and for expressing your thoughts on the matter. We have another call on the line.
Well, so we know that for those who have paid, we'll bring you a screenshot of one particular customer who paid a 650. It was on Francis Oklu's page on Facebook. So I took this one from there. Of course, the name, but it says that, dear cherished client, congratulations on your successful indebted gold trade. It's still gold, though. Gold trade transaction validation. Kindly note that you are scheduled for payment of your gold quantity value on or before the, is it the 3rd? No, the 20th of March, 2025.
2025?
So that will be 4 months after the 2024 general election.
Wait, that's when they'll get their money?
Up to that time.
What?
So listen, it said, dear cherished client, congratulations on your successful indebted gold trade transaction validation. Kindly note that you are scheduled for payment of your gold quantity value on or before the 20th of March, 2025.
How?
What is
on or before?
Wait,
not even up to.
We have
on
a caller.
or before.
You hold on. Hold your horses.
Oh, goodness.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? Speak to us, sir.
Fine. Bella, please, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. My greetings to Roland, and I've been praying for you guys every day.
Thank you very much.
Is it Alpha Hour you join or which of them?
Please, you see this country, we are becoming like jokers. Everybody is jokers. So we are a reflection of our leaders in this country. And see, I am saying that a time will come. A time will come. You see those people leading us, whether NDC or MPP, we wait for them to get to their old age and then we pay them back of what they did to us the same way. A time will come, this president will not be a president anymore. A time will come, the mama will not be, they will all be former president. If I were to be this person doing that, the government are finding killing me long time. The boys now, Bella, there's no hope.
Yeah.
In this country, I'm telling you, there's no hope. Sometimes you wake up and you see the smiles and what you people do is what keeps some of us calm. We also want to be like you people. And there is no hope in this country. Sometimes then I have to wake up 1 a.m. A man, a graduate, have to cook jollof and go and sell before I can take care of myself. I'm a graduate. But I see my colleagues who their fathers are politicians enjoying every day. And you think this will make me leave a little. It's like everybody, everything has become number in this country. But you see, my prayers go for you people that are being bold and speaking. But this country, to come to a time, you free them of what they are feeding us today. God bless you and God keep you people safe.
God bless you too, and I hope that you find a job soon. And well, yeah, that's
very touching.
Yeah, I'm actually sad this morning. But anyway, so like we said, you will get your payment on or before 20th of March 2025. I'll never understand that. But let's go to Johnny's Bites now.
The way you, Papa, you know Papa?
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it took.
Watch Johnny's Bite. Johnny's Bite. Johnny's Bite on Sunrise.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. I hope you had a great night. We're still in our jubilant mood.